Gout Gout.
Gout Gout.
Gout Gout.
Gout Gout has broken the magical 20-second barrier.
He's flying. He will be Gout of this universe.
Gout Gout is truly a talent. Everyone is comparing him to the greatest of all time, Usain Bolt.
And obviously, being compared to Usain Bolt, everyone wants to be the next star, basically. And Usain Bolt's best sprinter, the best athlete.
In the world of athletics, legends aren't born overnight, except when they are. At just 17 years old, Australian sprint sensation Gout Gout has sent shockwaves through the track and field community with a declaration that has left sports commentators speechless. The limit is winning the Olympics and winning the World Championships and, honestly, dominating like Usain Bolt did. I think that limit is reachable for me. It's not every day that a teenager captures global attention in track and field. But Gout Gout isn't your everyday teenager. The 17-year-old Australian sprinter first caught international attention with his breathtaking. Here's a separate 180-word version of the requested section. The athletic world stood stunned when footage emerged from the Stawell Gift, Australia's prestigious handicapped race. There, 17-year-old Gout Gout wasn't just competing, he was hunting down his rivals with a ferocity rarely seen in junior competition. The viral clip spread like wildfire, but insiders knew this was no social media fluke. Behind the scenes, Gout has been methodically obliterating junior records across multiple events. His crowning achievement came at the Australian All-School Championships, where he clocked a legal 20.04 seconds in the 200 meters, a time that outpaces what even the legendary Usain Bolt could manage at the same age. Every sporting legend experiences that crystallizing instant when potential transforms into certainty. For Gout, this epiphany arrived during last year's World Under-20 Championships, where a silver medal performance opened his eyes to possibilities beyond junior competition. Standing on that podium, something clicked, the realization that his ceiling might be higher than anyone imagined. That was the first time I competed on the international stage, and I came out with a silver medal. Gout revealed in an exclusive interview on Fox Sports' The Back Page. My whole focus was obviously making it to the final, and I was coming in 11th, 12th, fastest, and making the final would have been a huge deal for me. But what happened next changed everything for the young Australian. And then coming second, I was like, maybe I can actually take this to the next level and show the world what I have. So that was definitely a pinpoint moment. And from then on, I've just showed the world what I can do. That silver medal wasn't just a piece of metal, it was the spark that ignited a champion's mindset. Most athletes take years to build the confidence to make grand proclamations about their careers, not Gout Gout. In a statement that has reverberated through the athletics community, the teenager set his sights on nothing less than Bolt-level dominance. The limit is winning the Olympics and winning the World Championships and, honestly, dominating like Usain Bolt did. I think that limit is reachable for me. Let's put this in perspective. Usain Bolt is an 8-time Olympic gold medalist who revolutionized sprinting. He still holds the world records in both the 100 meters and 200 meters, times that many experts believed would take decades to beat. And here's a 17-year-old Australian confidently stating he can reach those heights. Is it youthful naivety or the self-belief of a future legend? The athletic world is divided. But Gout isn't just setting his sights on Bolt's legacy, he's already challenging today's sprint king, Noah Lyles. Noah Lyles, the current world champion and Olympic gold medalist, has recorded the third fastest 200-meter time in history at 19.31 seconds. He dominated the Tokyo Olympics, securing gold in the 100 meters with a blistering 9.79. Most teenagers would be intimidated, not Gout. He called me little bro, so we definitely have a great connection, Gout said of his podcast interview with Lyles earlier this year. And obviously, I gave him a heads up I'm about to be there. I told him I'm running up his ass for sure. Those aren't just words, they're a declaration of intent. And what makes this story even more remarkable is that Lyles has taken notice. He messages me occasionally, and I told him congratulations and stuff like that. He's a great guy, Gout revealed. The champion acknowledging the challenger. A storyline as old as sport itself. Just when athletics fans were preparing to see Gout take on the world's best at the upcoming World Relays event in China this month, a shocking development emerged. Despite being one of Australia's fastest sprinters, Athletics Australia has opted not to select Gout for the World Relays squad. The decision has left fans and experts puzzled. While there has been no official explanation, sources suggest Athletics Australia may be managing the young star's workload, recognizing that at 17, he isn't yet accustomed to competing in the men's open field. Is this prudent athlete management or a missed opportunity for Australia to showcase their newest star? The debate rages on. Despite the World Relay's setback, Gout's journey continues with even bigger stakes ahead. He has been confirmed to represent Australia in the 200 meters at the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo later this year. This will be Gout's first appearance at a Senior World Championships, and potentially his first head-to-head clash with Noah Lyles on the global stage. The stage is set for what could be one of the most anticipated showdowns in recent athletics history, the established champion versus the fearless challenger. What makes Gout Gout's story so compelling isn't just his speed, it's the audacity of his ambition. From Muhammad Ali to Usain Bolt himself, sports history is written by those who dare to declare their greatness before the world believes it. Is Gout Gout the next name to be added to that illustrious list? The numbers suggest he might be. Having already surpassed Bolt's under 18 times and broken the 10-second barrier twice in one day, Gout isn't just talking the talk, he's running the run. At just 17 years old, Gout Gout stands at the threshold of athletic immortality. His journey from Australian schoolboy to potential heir to Usain Bolt's throne reminds us why we love sports, for those moments when potential transforms into greatness before our very eyes. Will Gout fulfill his bold prediction? Can he truly dominate like Bolt? The Tokyo World Championships will provide the first true test on the senior international stage. One thing is certain, the athletics world will be watching. Because in the words of the young man himself, he's about to show the world what he can do. For Breaking Track News, I'm your host. Keep watching as we follow Gout Gout's journey from sensation to possible legend.
Oh my God, wow. You're doing well today. On the wild side.
So when they say to you, Dad, what's greatness? Do you just tell them, look in my face?
Dad.
The athletics world has been left stunned after Usain Bolt, widely regarded as the greatest sprinter of all time, made a shocking revelation that has sent ripples through the track and field community. In a candid interview on Puma's newly launched Go Wild podcast, the legendary Jamaican sprinter admitted he regrets retiring when he did, a confession that has left fans and competitors alike imagining what might have been. 8 years after hanging up his spikes following the 2017 World Championships, Bolt revealed he wishes he had continued competing for another Olympic cycle, potentially extending his unprecedented dominance to the Tokyo Games. This admission from the 8-time Olympic gold medalist and 11-time World Championship gold medalist has left even the podcast host, former hurdles legend Colin Jackson, completely. I used to complain when I used to travel a lot, when I used to do track and field, but I do miss it. I do miss the competitions and going to the meets, competing. Bolt confessed during the 30-minute sit-down interview. I don't miss the training, but I do miss the competition and the World Championships.
I used to complain when I used to travel a lot.
Yeah.
When I used to do track and field. But I do miss it. I do miss the competitions and going to the meets, you know what I mean, competing. I don't miss the training, but I do miss the competition and the World Championships.
Then came the bombshell that has sent shockwaves through the athletics community. If I'd known, it's not like I'm not enjoying the time, but I'd have probably gone 4 more years and say, you know what, let's try for Tokyo. But because I dominated so much, I was like, oh, I don't need to go. But I knew I was going to miss it so much, I'd say let's go 4 more years. This revelation is particularly significant considering Bolt's unmatched legacy in the sport. Despite retiring in 2017 at the age of 30, he still holds the world records in both the 100 meters, 9.58 seconds, and 200 meters, 19.19 seconds. Astonishing times that no other athlete has come close to challenging in the years since his departure. But wait, there is more. Bolt's career was defined by unparalleled dominance on the biggest stages. His journey from a cricket-loving child in the small Jamaican village of Sherwood Content to global superstardom represents one of sport's most remarkable ascents. His parents, Wellesley and Jennifer Bolt, guided him toward track despite his preference for cricket, a decision that would alter the course of sports history. He did want to be a cricketer, his father recalled, but we decide the future, and we said, well, I think it's best for him to do track. He finally accepted what we said, and he just went along with it. From his breakthrough as a 15-year-old at the 2002 World Junior Championships in Kingston, Jamaica, where he won the 200-meter gold against competitors 3 to 4 years older, Bolt's trajectory was extraordinary. That victory, in front of his home crowd, remains special to him. I became the lightning bolt of the world. That was still and will always be my greatest moment. First time I won a proper gold medal, and it was in front of my people. That's where it all started. After early disappointment at the 2004 Athens Olympics, where he failed to advance past the first round while battling injuries, Bolt hired Jamaican trainer Glenn Mills. Together, they focused on the 2008 Beijing Olympics, where Bolt would deliver one of the most iconic performances in Olympic history, winning 3 gold medals, 100 meters, 200 meters, 4x100 meters relay, in world record times. His dominance continued through the 2012 London Olympics and the 2016 Rio Games, where he completed his triple-triple, winning the 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x100 meters relay in 3 consecutive Olympics. Though the 4x100 meter relay gold from Beijing was later stripped due to teammate Nesta Carter's doping violation, Bolt's individual achievements remain unmatched. The only major blemish on his championship record came at the 2011 World Championships in Daegu, South Korea, where he was disqualified from the 100-meter final for a false start. This came after the introduction of the controversial one false start and you're out rule. As the footage showed Bolt removing his vest in frustration immediately after the disqualification, the disappointment was palpable. I was in great shape, I was running fast, I was great, so was sure I was going to get the gold medal, Bolt reflected on that moment. So to know it's going to happen and then you lose, then not if lose, you don't make it to the finish line. It's hard. It's very hard. What makes Bolt's recent revelation even more intriguing is that he previously admitted considering a comeback for the Tokyo Olympics. Bolt has previously admitted that he considered coming out of retirement in 2019 for the Tokyo Olympics, but decided not to after his coach told him he wouldn't go with him, the report states. This suggests how seriously he contemplated extending his career. The podcast interview, part of PUMA's largest global brand campaign to date, offers fans unprecedented insight into Bolt's mindset. Julie Legrand, Global Senior Director, Brand Strategy and Communication at Puma, explained, "The launch of our new Go Wild podcast allows our audience to delve deeper into Puma's brand DNA, told through the lens of inspiring individuals who truly embody Puma's philosophy." For the track and field community, Bolt's confession raises tantalizing questions about what might have been. Could he have extended his Olympic dominance to a 4th Games? Would his world records be even more untouchable? How would the competitive landscape of sprinting have evolved with Bolt still on the track? The timing of this revelation is particularly striking, as it comes when both the 100-meter and 200-meter world records, set by Bolt in 2009 at the World Championships in Berlin, remain unchallenged 16 years later. His 9.58 in the 100 meters and 19.19 in the 200 meters represented what commentator Steve Cram called the most incredible piece of sprinting the world has ever seen. As Bolt himself explained regarding his success, it's just dedication. I've always wanted more. I was never satisfied with what I had. I always wanted more, and I kept on pushing myself because I wanted to be the greatest. Now, in his own words, he reveals that perhaps he could have achieved even more, extending his legacy further had he continued for one more Olympic cycle. This admission has reverberated throughout the track world, forcing everyone to reconsider what the ultimate ceiling might have been for the most extraordinary sprinter in history. For a sport still searching for its next transcendent star, Bolt's words serve as a reminder of his unparalleled impact and the void his retirement created. A void that, as he now admits, perhaps didn't need to exist quite so soon.
But it going very well indeed is Coleman. Now Simbine. Simbine turns on the afterburners. Simbine gets it. 9.99. Well, he took a while to get going. But Simbine, the man in full.
The world of track and field has been forever altered as South African sprint sensation Akani Simbine accomplishes what many considered impossible, surpassing Usain Bolt's remarkable record of consecutive seasons with sub-10-second performances in the 100 meters. This extraordinary achievement has fundamentally changed how we measure consistency and longevity in athletics' most prestigious event. For years, the sprinting world has measured greatness against Bolt's unprecedented dominance. When discussing the most impressive world records in sprinting history, the conversation typically centers on Bolt's legendary 9.58 seconds from the 2009 World Championships, where he became the only athlete ever to break 9.6 seconds in the 100 meters. Other contenders include Wade van Niekerk's astonishing 43.03 in the 400 meters at the 2016 Olympics, Florence Griffith Joyner's controversial 10.49 from 1988, Christian Coleman's 6.34 indoor 60-meter mark, or perhaps Letsail Tebogo's 30.69 in the 300 meters from 2024. While these singular performances capture lightning in a bottle, Bolt's greatness extended far beyond individual times. From 2008 through 2016, the Jamaican icon won both the 100 meters and 200 meters in every Olympics and World Championships he contested. Except for his untimely false start disqualification in the 2011 World Championships 100-meter final, a race he was heavily favored to win. His championship record remained spotless for nearly a decade. Bolt's triple-double, winning both the 100 meters and 200 meters at 3 consecutive Olympic Games, Beijing, London, and Rio, puts him in a category of his own. As the analysis notes, unlike any other athlete to ever compete, Bolt's accomplishments don't just stand out from his overall world records, he stands out because he was so good for so long. Among Bolt's many remarkable achievements was his consistency in breaking the 10-second barrier, the gold standard for male sprinters. From 2008 through 2017, Bolt recorded sub-10 performances in 10 consecutive seasons, a demonstration of sustained excellence that seemed untouchable. In 2025, Akani Simbine officially broke this record, recording sub-10 performances for an astonishing 11 consecutive seasons. This milestone represents one of the most incredible accomplishments in track and field this year, cementing Simbine's place among sprinting's all-time greats. What makes Simbine's achievement particularly remarkable is how dramatically his career trajectory differs from Bolt's. When Bolt first broke the 10-second barrier in May 2008, he didn't just edge under it. He obliterated it with a stunning 9.76 seconds on home soil in Kingston, Jamaica. As the analysis notes, while most would probably run a time of, say, 9.98 or 9.99 when breaking 10 for the first time, Bolt dropped a shocking 9.76. This performance put the world in a frenzy as many thought that this was just too good to be true. Yet Bolt continued his meteoric rise, breaking the world record just 28 days later with 9.72 seconds in New York, then lowering it again to 9.69 at the Beijing Olympics. By 2009, in only his second year of sub-10 performances, Bolt had already established his still-standing world record of 9.58 seconds. Simbine's journey represents almost the inverse progression. When we compare Simbine's running progression to Usain Bolt's 100 seasons, we can see that Simbine's progression is almost the exact opposite of what Bolt did. The analysis explains. For Bolt, his personal best came from 2009, only the second year after breaking 10 for the first time. But for Simbine, his personal best came from 2024 at 9.82. which, of course, is the second most recent season where he's broken 10 inches. This record-breaking consistency places Simbine in rarefied air among the all-time sprint greats. In the history of the men's 100 meters, Isafa Powell currently leads with 97 sub-10 performances, followed by Justin Gatlin, 64, Usain Bolt, 52, Maurice Green, 51, and both Johan Blake and Mike Rogers, 46. Simbine currently occupies 7th place with 45 career sub-10 finishes, a number that will likely increase by at least 3 or 4 more in 2025 alone. What makes Simbine's achievement even more poignant is that it comes despite a career that many consider unlucky when it comes to major championships. For Bolt, his sprinting record was quite pristine, taking the biggest titles with the fastest times that the world had ever seen. However, for Simbine, it's been a little bit more complicated, as his sprinting record has been one of the most unfortunate, getting so close so many times at every single global final, but ultimately, he still has yet to win a medal in the 100.
Akani Simbine, the only man under 10 seconds, and you're off to a brilliant start for the Diamond League season. How was the race for you?
Race felt good. I stumbled a bit after the 60. Had to catch myself, but happy with catching the wind.
But wait, there is more. Despite consistently reaching finals at the highest level, Simbine has repeatedly finished just outside the medals, often in 4th or 5th place. This championship drought finally showed signs of breaking in 2025 when Simbine claimed bronze in the 60 meters at the World Indoor Championships, securing his first individual global medal. It's very important to note that Simbine did win the bronze medal in this year's World Indoor Championships in the men's 60, meaning that he officially does have an individual global medal to his name. Early season results in 2025 suggest this breakthrough could extend to the 100 meters. Simbine currently ranks as the world's fastest man this year, having clocked 9.90 seconds into a minus 1.4 meters per second headwind at high elevation in Gaborone, Botswana. When adjusted for these challenging conditions, experts estimate this performance equates to approximately 9.84 up to 9.87,